But I will say this. I don't like tea. I'm not a tea drinker. But I was sick recently, and someone said, you need to go get their medicine ball at Starbucks. And I'm hooked.
A medicine ball?
Yes, but it's not called that anymore. They actually have it on the menu as something else. But basically, it's like citrus mint tea with a peach tea, and then steamed lemonade, honey, and water. And I think the lemonade helps counteract that strong tea taste, which is why I like it so much. So
Taking a name, if you're cold at the door, welcome to the game.
Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Dear Dilemma. On today's episode, we are talking all sorts of things. Coffee, but most importantly, Dunkin versus Starbucks. It is such a battle. And for us, we only have a Starbucks in this town, sadly, because I'm a Dunkin girly, and we'll give reasons why. And all of the little towns surrounding us have Dunkins but us. And it's so frustrating. But we also will give reasons why we don't with Starbucks, or pros and cons, I think. Yeah. So, Dunkin versus Starbucks. Can I ask you, what do you prefer? Because
I think if I had to choose between the two, so I don't get either very often, I'll be honest. I'm not like a super big coffee person all the time, out.
Or any of their other drinks, I guess you can involve, like their teas and...
Yeah, I think I probably, if I'm flying though, or something, and there's a Dunkin' and a Starbucks, 100% I end up going to
Vacation
Starbucks.
Mode.
Usually.
Oh.
I do. But I think it's just because I'm more familiar with some of their drinks. I have had the iced coffee at Dunkin' though, and it's very good.
Yeah.
So I think it depends on what I'm in the mood for.
Okay.
I could go either though.
Yes.
I'm actually not super hard one or the other.
I will say I don't like Starbucks coffee because it just tastes like crap to me no matter how you get it, cold, ice, flavored, whatever. I think it's gross. I also think their seasonal drinks suck too. Come at me, cancel me, I don't care.
Really? Even pumpkin spice latte?
Not a fan.
The peppermint mocha?
No.
Okay.
I will say what I get at Starbucks is usually, and the people will be like, this is why she doesn't like any of anything. I like the iced chais and maybe seasonal iced chais. You know, they do stuff. I'll spice it up. And they're like frappes.
Oh, their frappuccinos. What about their refreshers? Those are pretty good.
Yeah, pink drink's pretty good. I've had them without anything, and I try to look up on TikTok different recipes to try, but then I get really nervous about ordering it in person, and the app will only let you do so much. So, like you said, when you're traveling, when I travel for work, I usually am in places where Dunkin's more of the majority is Dunkin' than Starbucks. Yeah. And I like Dunkin' more. I like their coffee better. I like all of their drinks. I like their breakfast options a lot more.
Yeah.
I was literally telling my coworker as we had our Dunkin', I had a medium, and it's the size of a large at Starbucks and cheaper.
Oh, really? Huh.
I was looking at it, and I was like, why is my medium this tall?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you get more options. I just like it a little bit better. And I like their donuts. And Starbucks just has limited breakfast, and usually it tastes not that great. But that's just me. Price-wise, too.
Yeah.
But I will say this. I don't like tea. I'm not a tea drinker. But I was sick recently, and someone said, you need to go get their medicine ball at Starbucks. And I'm hooked.
A medicine ball?
Yes, but it's not called that anymore. They actually have it on the menu as something else. But basically, it's citrus mint tea with a peach tea, and then steamed lemonade, honey, and water. And I think the lemonade helps counteract that strong tea taste, which is why I like it so much. So I got a couple of them the week I was sick, and I'm like, okay, they help, but I can't spend this kind of money every day. So I found ingredients.
Copycat?
Yeah. And oh my gosh, I make them at home all the time.
Sounds good.
I think the lemonade helps.
Can you drop that recipe?
Yeah. It's just mint tea, a peach tea, and I take lemonade and do half lemonade, half water.
Do you
and
just
microwave it?
Okay.
And then get it hot enough so your tea will work, and then pour. Some people like to microwave the lemonade and then boil your water, but I just throw it in the microwave for 4 minutes and call it a day.
How big of a cup are we talking?
I do a cup and a half of lemonade and a cup and a half of water because it fills up like a mug,
like a big mug.
Yeah,
this.
No, your stainless steel on the go.
Oh, okay.
To keep it warm.
Okay.
To keep it hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
But so that's I prefer Dunkin' over Starbucks. But minus, I will say, I'll give Starbucks that one. They did get me hooked on.
Yeah. Well, and I used to really enjoy like all the frou-frou coffees.
Yeah.
So I was much more of like a Starbucks girly back in the day too. Like I would always choose Starbucks over Dunkin'.
That's what we had.
Yeah. But also even like I
in
actually
college.
had, when I was in college, I had both places and I would always choose Starbucks. But I also don't really love the frou-frou coffees anymore. Like I'm not a huge coffee girly in that sense. I just do black coffee with like a little bit of whipped cream on top.
Ew. I like to not taste the coffee. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like
You don't want it to be bitter.
I don't want to taste the alcohol. I want a sweet drink and but for like same thing with coffee. I don't want it to be bitter. I want it to be sweet. Like I'll go to Dunkin' and I'll get, I don't know, one of their, like you said, frou-frou drinks.
Yeah.
And then I'll add more to it because I'm like, I like it sweet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like really sweet.
Like extra sugars and stuff. Because sometimes you get them and I can still taste the bitterness and I'm like, crap.
Really?
I don't like it.
So I've started doing whipped cream and let it melt in my coffee because it's like way less calories and way less sugar than creamer. So I don't
Ooh,
even
that's a
use
good
creamer
idea.
anymore. And I just tried to do that because it was more of like a health decision at the time. And now that's just how I drink my coffee and I prefer it.
Do you want to know what I make at home for my coffee? So I don't like Starbucks coffee at the Starbucks, but I do like Starbucks cold brew, cold coffee at the store that's already in.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird because I like cannot stand their coffee if I go in person and get an iced coffee. I think it's disgusting. But their cold brew
At the grocery
but
store
I think
that you
it's
buy?
because this is what I do. Usually I do like some sugar. Sometimes I do brown sugar just to, try their like make
Something different.
a little
Okay.
something different. Your coffee, either like a vanilla creamer or maybe it's a seasonal creamer, and then sometimes a little splash of milk. And if I get like the little flavoring, like the vanillas and stuff.
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
add those. And that's why I think it's why because I make it sweet at
Yeah.
home. But recently, this is you're like, that's disgusting. Don't knock it until you try it, but you probably won't like it. Recently, I've been taking milk, or I've been making like strawberry milk a little bit. So I pour in my coffee, my creamer, and then I add strawberry milk into it.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I mean, that sounds pretty good, though. It
It's
doesn't
so
sound
different
bad.
than people doing like those, what are they, like the shaken espressos, and they pour in like the milk and then they make it like a, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, we have an espresso machine that actually just broke. Like, I'm kind of mad about it. We have to figure out a new coffee machine now. But we have, like, the pumps of, like, the vanilla or the salted caramel, zero
those.
sugar. And so I'll do, like, just one little pump because I'm like, I can go without it. But I also kind of like just a little flavor with it.
Can I ask this? What's your favorite? Do you prefer iced coffee or hot coffee?
Hot coffee. Even in the summer, I'm weird. I love hot coffee. I just love having something warm when I wake up, even if it's hot outside.
And I'm the opposite. I like cold iced coffee, even if it's -2 degrees outside. I will still get iced coffee.
How are we even friends?
I don't know. They say opposites attract. They say opposites attract. But I like hot chocolate,
Yeah.
and I'll do sometimes for breakfast if I'm out. I might get a coffee, but again, like people will stare at me because I'm putting like 3 packets of sugar in it to make it a little bit sweet.
That's a lot. It's a lot of sugar.
Well, it melts. I like it sweet. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, I think a lot of people do. It's like,
I'm not like overboard sweetness. Like this one girl I saw on TikTok, people were making fun of her because she had a coffee mug that was probably a little bit shorter than this, and she was just taking this. And she's already being hated on TikTok for other reasons. But anyways, she was taking her spoon of sugar, and I'm not kidding you. It was at least like 16. I'm not that sweet. I'm like at least maybe 3.
oh my gosh.
But she just kept doing this, and people were like, "Do you want coffee with that sugar?"
Right.
Like it was a little too much.
Well, I think it's funny because like other countries kind of make fun of Americans because we're all like, we hate actually like tasting coffee. We just love the smell of it.
Coffee does
everybody just-
nothing to me. It does not wake me up. I do like the smell of it, but it
Yeah.
doesn't wake me up. If anything, it makes me go to the bathroom. And I'm not alone on that. Because I've had other people say, I don't drink coffee to wake me up. I drink it so I can...
Poop. Yeah. It
Why
helps
does
the
it do that?
I don't know. It's actually only like a percentage of people. I looked it up one time. And
Just
it's
must
more
run in your
likely, I
genes.
think, for women to have that reaction with like pooping than men. But-
Interesting. Well, that's what coffee does But if it's going to be any coffee that makes me go, I'm going to choose Dunkin'. And I'm sad we don't have one, and I've been advocating to get one here. We have the perfect location. Mm-hmm. I just like their drinks better.
Yeah.
I haven't tried. Actually, I did try one of their culottes. So it's kind of like a Frappuccino in a way. But my boss always makes fun of me when we're traveling for work. And he's like, he let the new girl know. He's like, just to let you know, Brooke likes to get the most sugary drinks at these shows in the morning. And she's like, no, I get it. We need that. She was on my side. She's like, no, I totally understand. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, I think it's hard. Like, I don't love it for like the caffeine or anything. I just think it tastes good. Mm-hmm. Like I just want it. I crave it in the morning. Yeah. It's also like if you have bad coffee. So there's times where like you'll go to a Starbucks and you'll order this drink. You'll be so excited, and then it tastes like grass.
And then
or just something
paid
stupid.
like $9 for a small.
You're like, my whole day is ruined.
Yep. I've had that happen multiple times, and maybe that's why I'm just not as Starbucks. Like, I just like to get like, I'll get my iced chai, and then maybe I might add in, like, brown sugar syrup, or when they do the seasonal, like, apple crisp. Like, I know it's going to be good, or they're different cold foams. But I've tried, like, their whatever seasonal coffees, and everyone's like, they're so good, and if you do this, and I've gotten them, I'm like, oh, and then I wasted $10. You know, I can't go in and be like, hey, I don't like this.
This is off topic, but this is not Starbucks or Dunkin'. I'm sorry, but I really need to say this because I went to Fifth Street Bagel. So this is a local place, but I think that they have this coffee like other places. It's called Highlander Grog. It is the best black coffee I've ever had. Like, I don't like black coffee.
So good when you walk into
Between
so the bagels and the coffee.
So good.
I thought you were going to go negative, and I did not know how to take this.
No, I love that place, but I have never liked black coffee, and that was like the one black coffee that I actually sipped on, and I was like, I could probably drink this black. Like, I would not need to throw a bunch of stuff in it. And I get so irritated because you can buy it at the grocery store and you can blend the beans and all that, but it's a whole science. I did not know that coffee is like this whole science.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to know how much to ground your beans, and you have to know what temperature you should heat your water at, and you should know what the ratios are, and it drives me nuts.
Now I just wish I would have just bought the regular, like, Folgers.
Yeah. But I'm like, I fell in love with this, and now I can't ever recreate it at home.
Can they? Can they do it at the bagel
Well,
shop?
they can give you the beans.
But they can't grind them up themselves to give to you? I think they can.
Can they? But they don't last that long. I don't know. I'm just really disappointed because I really like that coffee, and I think it's better than Starbucks or Dunkin' altogether.
Well, I'll tell you this. I've tried, because we have a single coffee maker at home, and I buy, am I saying it right? Folgers?
Yeah.
Folger, yeah, that one. Or I've tried Dunkin' or whatever, and it tastes, no matter how much I put in or how much less I put in or whatever, and it's just doing a single cup every time, it tastes burnt.
Yes.
At home coffee tastes burnt. This is why I buy iced coffee, because no matter, I've tried all the brands and they all to me taste burnt, and I don't understand why.
I have spent so much time and energy researching all these different coffee machines, and my husband and I like don't like any coffee machines. Nope. They're all awful at home. And so I finally got my Nespresso to taste good because we refill it with like our own coffee, like bagged coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Like in the pods, we just like use our own, and we're like, okay, this actually tastes decent, but it's still not the same. And then this Highlander Grog, you can get it at the gas station, but if you go at a certain time, it's burnt.
It just, that's
because it's been sitting there too long.
But that's the thing, is mine is a single cup maker, and it's not burnt. I drink it as soon as it comes through the thing, and it still tastes burnt. I don't understand how. Someone please comment below and figure out how do we prevent this, because it makes me so sad, because you buy the big container and then it's just like, I make it warm and I'm like, ugh, even cold, because it has a cold option too, which it doesn't really make it cold, but it says it does. It doesn't. Same thing. And so really, I'm just now buying the iced coffee and the.
We need the coffee gurus to enlighten us,
out.
Please. I've done pour over coffee. I have done French press coffee.
She's done it all
kinds of things.
She gets the
French
fancy
press
stuff.
is like not that bad, but it, again, back to the ratios. Like, you follow the bag, what it says for the ratios, and it still doesn't turn out right. And that just really gets my goat, Brooke.
Gets her goat.
I need a t-shirt.
It
gets my goat.
This is what she's getting for her birthday or Easter, whichever comes faster. I forget.
It's okay. Easter.
Is your birthday in October?
August.
That's close.
When's your birthday?
November. Too far away. Thank goodness, because I'll be 1 year older.
We're best friends and we forget each other's birthdays.
Happens.
It's
Happens.
fine.
It happens. Yes. So please let us know what you like. Do you like Dunk? I'll try that again. Do you like Dunkin'? Do you like Starbucks? What at-home coffee do you like? Help Hannah out with her coffee beans because she just likes to really grind those beans down. I'm too lazy. I want it pre-made in a jug to pour out. Help us out. Or give us some like secret menu ideas to try from Starbucks or Dunkin'.
Yes.
Because I screenshot things, especially if I'm traveling and I know I'm going to be near Dunkin'. Or like if we go to Greenville to get made rights, they have a Dunkin'. So I'll make him take me to Dunkin' if he's getting his made rights.
that sounds good.
And I like to, but I will say this too, Dunkin', you need better options on your app because like Starbucks, you can really edit a ton, and Dunkin's like you can add 1 sugar. Like you can't add syrups and
10 sugars that Brooke is going to need.
I need 10 minimum. Just like I need the salt with my fries. But anyways, let us know what you prefer. Give us some ideas for better coffee to buy at the store or what you make at home. We just like to, I'm down to try something new.
Yeah. And like, comment, subscribe on Dear Dilemma Official at YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok.
See you next week.